'Cause this is that gay show. Oh, this is that gay show.
Hey, welcome back. Episode 2 of That Gay Show. I'm Christopher, and I'm here with my co-host slash husband, Brian.
Yep.
And today we're just going to jump into it because what we forgot to kind of address in our first episode was our engagement, our wedding, our honeymoon, and those were all good times.
Our animal problems.
Our animal problems.
Yeah.
That we can't stop. I mean,
we're not.
Yeah.
Can I say we're not lesbians? Definitely not lesbians.
We're not lesbians.
Yeah. We stopped at 3 cats.
Yeah. So we got engaged in 2012, met in 2011.
Yeah.
Summer of 2011, got engaged in October of 2012. Had a really fast engagement. Fast for most people was 10 months.
I don't think it was that fast.
I mean, most people take at least a year to 2 to plan.
So are you talking engagement to wedding?
Yeah.
It was only 10 months?
10 months.
Oh, who knew?
Listen, give me a party. I'm going to plan it.
Well, the whole thing was, I remember when we first met and we were talking about it and you showed me a ring you wanted right away. You keep denying it, but you showed me a ring that says the ring I want.
It was 3 months in. It wasn't right away.
3 months. I mean, it's pretty soon.
I mean, you were telling me that you loved me after 2 weeks, so.
Well, I'm old. I gotta
lock
it
that shit down.
No, but I think from the engagement, and we had a lot of issues with that. Not issues, but good stuff. You're like, all right, we got to travel with my family. We got to go here. We've never on a vacation, and of course, we have to do everything to the extreme. Was the first vacation after we got engaged? Was that Vegas or the cruise?
So the cruise you're talking about, the Patron cruise,
the family cruise, yeah.
That was right before we got engaged. Vegas, for whatever reason, we went to Vegas 6 weeks before we were getting married.
Yeah,
because we had 3 other weddings that month.
Well, we had to travel alone first,
right?
So but the cruise was one. So we meet. We're like, all right, obviously we're going to get engaged at some point. Then you say, all right, we're going on a family vacation. My parents came too, and your entire family went, and of course I have to show off. And I'm like, oh, we're going to do shots. We're going to do all this stuff. So we get on the boat. We're going to Bermuda. Bermuda?
Yeah, it was Bermuda.
Yeah.
Well, you bought the bottle, so everybody took a shot for my uncle's birthday.
Yeah. So we buy this bottle. It's a warm bottle of Patron, which is now beyond well. And you take the shot, sprint across the deck, throw up in the bathroom, and then come to inform us that you didn't make it to the toilet. You puked in the sink.
Then they were right next to each other.
And they were literally right next to each other. That was our first experience of vacation.
And so what we've learned from that day on,
no shots.
Christopher cannot take a shot.
No shots.
I can't do it. And I've never been able to do it before then or since then. And I don't know why I thought that day hot Patron would be the time to test
Well, you also
that
say
out.
you have a little throat.
I mean, like gag reflex?
I don't know. You always say you have a little throat.
I think I do. It's probably just a gag reflex. Can't do it.
But yeah, that was the first experience.
Yep.
But then after we still ended up getting engaged.
Yeah, 2 months later.
2 months later. And then we decide that it's going to be a really great idea to go to Vegas in June or something. When did we go?
July.
It was
the middle of July.
Yeah. We land in Vegas and do all the crazy bad things you're not supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
So we
It
get
was also
there.
1,000 degrees. It was like being on the surface of the sun.
Yeah, you can't even walk. You had to have sunglasses. Your eyes would dry out.
Yep.
And then, of course, I have to impress you. So I rented the Ferrari to go to the Hoover Dam. We get in the Ferrari. We drive to the Hoover Dam. The Ferrari's leaking all over our feet.
Yep. Just splashing cold water.
Yeah, they're like, no, it's normal. Ferraris aren't meant for this weather. I'm like, who knew?
Great.
So get to the Hoover Dam. Then we get out there. We step out. We're like, what the hell did we come here for?
Pictures, and then we were like,
it's a dam. There's one right in Derby.
yeah, do we stay here for 10 minutes? What's the deal? What's the protocol here?
Yeah.
We took some pictures, took a selfie, and then we were standing there, and it was literally like, do we leave? Is this what we came out here for?
Yeah, we just paid how much for this car to drive all this way?
Right.
So then we get back to Vegas.
Took off right back through the desert.
Yep, and this is where you probably should have known we've had a problem. So we get in the car. I'm like, well, we might as well see the strip because now we have, 2 hours to return this car.
Yep.
So I'm like, all right, we might as well keep going to see the strip. And you see a Senior Frogs.
Treasure Island.
Treasure Island Senior Frogs, the trashiest hotel and the trashiest bar. And you're like, oh, we got to go in there. So we go in and we truly were like Vegas vacation. because we're drinking the yard things. They're putting signs behind us. We're doing
Yardsticks,
everything
yeah.
done.
Yep. We get the picture frame, the hats.
Yep. Everything they sold, we bought. And then I look down and the Ferrari has to be returned.
Yeah, it was like 20 minutes.
Yeah, and if we are out there in 20 minutes,
end of the strip.
Yeah, it's going to cost us like, $2,000 to keep this car.
Yep.
So we, probably not the best idea. We decide after all these yard drinks and everything to get back in the Ferrari with you holding them all in your lap.
If you ever saw the Friends episode where Chandler goes sightseeing with what's her name from the House Bunny? She was a guest on the episode, and they Chandler's like, I'm not going out, like, tourist, whatever. He comes back, he's got like I Love New York t-shirt and
We had it all.
the Statue of Liberty crown. This was great. That was basically me. Like, I had like 4 or 5 yardsticks hold in my hand. I had a picture of us in a frame, like the souvenir hats, t-shirts. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, going
They
as
loved
fast
us.
as we can down the strip in this rental car.
Yeah.
Drop it off and say, what did we just do? But it was fun. I mean, that was our first ever travel. And
Yeah.
then, after that, we're like, all right, we should get married. Like, this worked.
Yeah. Well, we were getting married within
weeks?
6 weeks.
6 weeks. Well, we went through with it.
Yeah. And I think we had like 3 or 4 weddings that next month. So that month was like a marathon. We had to have everything done because we were just not going to be around.
No.
And that was also the summer that you decided you were going to buy a boat. Oh, that spring you bought a boat. And I was like, why are you going to buy a boat? We're getting married. We have all this other expenses.
Because the dog liked it.
That's what you say, but it was the worst purchase that we ever had and the best for that time. Like we loved it when we had it, but it was also the year that we couldn't use it.
Well, we had gone. So to go back with the story is our friend brought us out. The dog loved the boat. And I insisted we need to buy a boat for the dog.
Right.
You said, don't buy a boat. We have too many things going on. I came home and said, good news, I bought a boat.
Right.
And then you knew right there I wasn't going to listen.
Yeah. Still holds true. You are going to do
going to do what I wanna
exactly
do.
what you want to do.
Yeah. So I had the boat. The dog loved the boat. Our first ever experience with the boat. So, I mean, this is the kind of fun things that we keep sharing.
And really, ladies and gentlemen, if anybody's out there and you feel my pain of just your spouse just not listening to you,
It's selective hearing.
it's a universal concept.
Yeah, it's selective
But
hearing.
we're going to just drive that home. It's a universal concept. One member of the relationship just doesn't listen, and the other one is always putting the shoes away and unpacking the dishwasher.
It's fair. So we go, and you said, don't get a boat. We got the boat because the dog loved it. The best part is we had to go for our boat license, remember? Mm-hmm. And it was the day after St. Patrick's Day. So we show up for a boat license, never even started a boat, never driven a boat. We already own one, by the way, but I know nothing about it. I passed, you cheated off my test, and you passed.
Such a lie.
You passed because of me.
I think everybody needs to understand that what you say is actually the antithesis of
No,
the
it's
truth.
not. It is the truth. You would have failed if it wasn't because of me. So we get on the boat, or we do the test. I have to go to the instructor saying, do you come out to boats? He said, what do you mean? I'm like, I've never driven it. I don't know how to start it. I don't know anything about it. And I said, but it's in the water right now. And he's like, are you kidding me? So we go. Remember, he brings us out, and he's like, wow, you guys have no clue. Don't even know how to start it.
Remember, I was like white knuckled,
Yeah, it
like
was
holding
horrible.
the steering wheel, and that was it the throttle. Like,
Yeah,
was that the?
on the side.
It was. I was so nervous, so terrified because we are driving just through a marina, and there are other boats in the water, and I was in what March or early April.
Yeah, we're in like super early.
And
it was freezing.
It was freezing cold, and and that was the only time I ever drove it. Was to learn how to turn it on and drive it out of the marina, and then that was it for me.
Well, and our first thing, remember our friend was supposed to come and help us because we had to bring it to Old Saybrook.
Yep.
In the Sound, and he couldn't show, and I'm
He
like,
bailed,
I
yeah.
said, who cares? It's a boat. It's like a car. Our first ever time driving a boat was 2 hours in the Long Island Sound.
Driving from Milford to Old Saybrook.
And it worked. No problem. So we got the boat, long story. So we got the boat, did the Vegas trip.
And then it was a
then
marathon of weddings that
planned
month,
the wedding.
right up to ours. Yeah,
So, I mean, you were the planner of the wedding. I didn't do anything. I just showed up.
pretty much.
No, I should say that. You planned it. We were in Middletown at the time.
Yeah.
You planned it. We would go and have a few drinks on the couch. Then I would call every vendor and say I need a discount.
That is true.
And that night we saved like $5,000 just by calling them and saying I want a discount.
Yeah.
After we already booked them.
Yeah.
And they all said yes.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I would assume that for some of the vendors that we use, they had never done a gay wedding before. So listen,
Probably.
add it to the portfolio.
Yeah. We'll let you use a guy and guy picture.
Yeah,
We're fine with that.
Yeah. And we got married at the Wadsworth Mansion in Middletown.
Yep.
And I think the best compliment that we got was when your cousin said, I felt like I was at your house at this like big reception.
Because
I think
you had a kick-ass party at your house.
we had such a fun, like our ceremony was fun. The reception was fun. The cocktail hour was fun. Like we just had a great time. And I think everybody was there. It was one of those weddings where like everybody wanted to be there and it wasn't like, oh God, I got to go to this wedding. This is an obligation. I think everybody actually had a really good time.
Well, I think it was both ways. They're like, oh, it's my first gay wedding.
Yep.
So,
Yes,
you know,
too.
everybody else says no. You know, oh, yeah, what do they say? 20% of the people say no to the wedding?
yeah,
We had no one said no.
Yeah.
Every single person said yes, and we ended up with like, how many ridiculous amount of people?
Well, we had 205 people and there were also no shows.
There were a couple no-shows, but don't forget, I also at the last minute, because we didn't have a sit-down wedding.
That's
We had a
true.
party wedding.
Right.
So up until the day before, I was still inviting people. Like, they won't know. Who
I know,
cares?
and I was like, could you please stop?
Like, it's one more card. Get the card. This is a money-making profit.
Yep. And which led to us having a wedding crasher.
We had a wedding crasher. Yeah, that's right. The guy that at the end of the night, there's a picture of me holding him by his tie.
Yep. And
And
the
he had a
look on
bait-
my face, it was like the skin was going to melt off my
Yeah.
face.
But it was a fun wedding to crash.
It was a fun wedding to crash. But, you know, when you're 18 or 19 years old and you're drunk and we have no idea who you are or who you came with, how you got there,
The bartender brought him, remember?
the bartender from the catering company that we had, yep.
They told him, if you want to crash a wedding, crash
This
this
is
one.
this is the one to crash.
But we had a good wedding. We had a
was
lot,
fun.
but it was, you know, where I think people think the standard wedding has to be the cake, the this, the that,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. I think our wedding was very different. So yes, it was a lot of people's first gay wedding they went to. I mean, don't forget, this is what, 13 years ago?
This
So it was a
August,
lot
yeah.
of people's first.
Yeah.
We brought it into the fact that the wedding had to be a mix of me and you. I'm trashy and like trashy things. You like to be a little fancier. And, you know, I remember like my biggest concern was that the fried pickles had to taste like Hooters.
Yes.
And we had to have fried pickles, boneless wings,
I mean, that
and
was
French fries.
You wanted Chili's, I wanted Hooters.
Well, we ended up getting both. 'Cause
Yes.
we got the boneless wings from Chili's, but then we had, you know, fancy stuff.
Yeah.
Like people would come to our wedding and think it was the fanciest wedding in the world. It was like a Gatsby wedding. Like it was just a
Yeah, and the
I don't
food
know what
actually
Gatsby
tasted
means, but I feel like it's fancy.
Yeah, it was, and the food was terrific.
Yeah, it's a mansion. We use this local like DJ company, and it changed the outside. I remember like, oh, you got to get 4 up lights. I think we had 16 or something ridiculous.
Yeah,
because it
was
changed the
everywhere.
wedding.
It was everywhere.
Yeah, every single thing we would hit a button, and it would change the colors. It would change the style. It would change the atmosphere. You knew when to dance. You knew when to, there was no sit down.
Yeah,
it was stations. It was a party.
That also kind of forced the families and the friends and all the friend groups to mingle and get to know one another, and because it wasn't a sit down, so we never sat down, and we had to be all over the place. So it truly was where everybody kind of had to interact with each other.
It was fun. It was great. I mean, that place you need to have it moving because it's
Yes,
two weird
yeah,
rooms.
it's very separate.
But we did the wedding different though. Like I remember I wasn't supposed to drink. That was a rule.
Before the ceremony, yeah.
That also went with I don't listen sometimes.
Yep.
Because I definitely had a drink before
I think you had multiple drinks
the
before.
ceremony. Well, so did everybody else.
I mean, I remember there were
The one pitch-
There are a couple people that almost couldn't stand during the ceremony.
Well, the best was my father. The only picture of the entire wedding of him sitting in the front row with his glass of vodka watching the ceremony. I'm like, Dad, I think you're supposed to leave that. We're not supposed to be drinking. He's like, yeah, it's fine. I paid for half of this or part of it.
Yeah, they did.
He paid for a chunk.
Yeah.
But I think for that, like it was just different. And people, we've always tend to like buck the concept. Like you don't have to have the regular old wedding. You don't have to have a boring
No.
plain wedding. You have to have a good time.
Yeah, and that's what, especially if you're asking people to, whether it's get dressed up or you're asking people to make the commitment to come to your
No, we're
your
asking
wedding.
people to give us a card with money in it.
But then you better show them a good time
They had a damn good time.
and feed them well and I mean, okay, so we'll compare our wedding to
Every other wedding we've been to.
well, we don't have to compare it to every other wedding, but we have been to weddings where it's in someone's backyard and they have been some of the greatest weddings we've ever been to.
Yeah.
The whole entire thing, you had a friend that had a mechanical bull,
great.
but great drinks, great food. I mean, people dancing, and you don't need to break the bank.
No, weddings, I think the weddings, if it's based on real love.
Right.
That one didn't work out, but I think originally concept was real love.
Yeah.
Just someone couldn't keep it in his pants.
Right.
That's fine.
Right. I mean, listen, it happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, but we've been to the fanciest of fancy weddings, and we have sat there being like, we got to get out of here. Like,
We
this
literally
is
left.
so fake.
Yeah, it was horrible.
It's so fake. It's so phony. And you could feel it. And what was our last gay wedding? Was our friend's last New Year's?
Yeah. And again,
That was
they wanted to be there. Everybody wanted to be there.
oh
It was
my
great.
God. And it was such a beautiful, the whole entire thing was beautiful. The ceremony was beautiful. Everything was so different from ours.
And let's be honest, I was complaining the whole time. So it was New Year's Eve.
Yep. But it was spectacular. And, but again, we've been to very simple weddings, which have been just as much fun and just as beautiful. And it really is like, what are you going there for?
Yeah.
Is this the real thing, or is this, to show off?
And the best thing is that we found people walking home from our wedding. Right. They literally walking.
Right.
There were people walking. They couldn't physically drive, and they
Right.
were walking, which is great.
Yes.
We support safety, but
Yeah, absolutely.
friends picking up friends on the streets,
Yeah.
and some didn't even live in the area.
Yeah. Okay, so from our wedding, let's talk about the honeymoon planning process. Because as you know, and maybe there are listeners that don't know this, for gay people, we really do have to be careful about where we book to travel.
Yeah.
There are some companies that you can be I mean, if you're holding hands in public, you could be arrested.
Countries. Yeah. There's a lot of countries you can't.
What did I say?
Companies.
Countries.
Countries.
That yes, you can. There are certain town ordinances in certain areas. You can't hold hands. You can't sleep in the same bed. I mean, you have to be really careful.
Well, in places that people don't know,
right?
you
And
would
I'm not.
think.
This isn't like, yes, of course, in Afghanistan and Iran but
Yeah, I
it's-
couldn't wait to have my wedding in Iraq. My honeymoon
your
would be
honeymoon.
beautiful.
But it's
All new
places
buildings,
like
though.
it's
a lot
all
of new buildings.
All right,
in Iraq.
enough of that. But it's places like Jamaica and Barbados, like they really clamp down on.
It's still technically illegal
Same-sex
to be gay in public or private in both those countries.
Yes,
Which is scary, thinking the fact that how many people
they're
have
right
been and they
there.
have no clue.
Right, they're right there. We went to a resort in Mexico, and
Super safe country.
super safe country,
Super safe.
especially now. Definitely go.
Couldn't wait to go to Mexico.
But we went to this resort, but we had to verify first, like, is it okay? Is it okay? And yep, it was. We went back a bunch of times after that. Met some of the greatest people. We're still friends with them years and years and years later.
That's where we discovered pool drunk.
Pool day.
Don't get pool. Oh, pool.
Pool
No,
day.
pool drunk.
No, pool day.
With the lady.
Pool day. Yep.
So if you go to this resort, they're so nice that if you get hammered, they put you on a little wheelchair. They cover you with a blanket and wheel you away. And it was like kind of like a fancy resort. It wasn't like it was a trashy
Oh
one.
yeah, no, it was a higher end resort.
I
But
guess the trashy ones they just pull you away. This one they cover you with a towel, so
Yeah.
you can't. Everybody can't see you.
Right.
Getting pulled away.
right.
I mean, the puke in the pool is a little gross.
Yeah. That ends everybody's day.
But we met. I mean, how many friends do we meet there? Because everywhere we go, we always talk to people.
Oh yeah, that's one of the great things about, like, if we just travel just the two of us, we will meet so many people. And how many friends do we have now around the world that we still
Yeah.
keep in touch with? And we'll go and visit, and they'll come and,
I mean,
and see
England,
us.
Austria, Scotland.
Yeah, absolutely.
Aaron from England is talking about the guy's little nipples in the pool.
Right.
Like, you got to
Who
talk to
doesn't?
that guy.
How do you not?
With little nipples. I don't know. I've never seen nipples that small. But yeah, I mean, I think for us, even the vacations, and you're right, we have to watch out. We'll talk about one in a few weeks because we're going to go away soon.
Yep.
But you have to watch out with the vacations, but people don't think about that.
Yeah.
Normal public is like, oh, our friends, like, oh, you got to go to Barbados with us.
Right.
And you look and it's like, all right, you can, but you also have to be a little cautious.
Right.
Like Dubai, you can't go to, you got to be a little cautious. You can go, you just don't do anything stupid.
Well, we just we just traveled to the foreign country of North Carolina
That was a foreign country.
just
Yeah.
recently, and it's a whole different world down there.
Lots of churches.
Lots of churches, Bojangles.
Bojangles, whatever the random gas station was. But,
Yep.
again, we don't care. But the gay community where I sit there and I think that, one of the episodes I talked about where people, work a little harder, get out of your area, that's an area I don't know if I'd be super comfortable living in.
Right.
As a gay person, knowing that, there was every 2 seconds there was another church.
Yes.
And we're not
Whether it's
religious
in
people.
a double wide or a massive mega church across
Literally.
the street. I mean, it really was like every 15 feet there was another church.
Yeah. And I mean, we've said a million times, I think people know we're not overly religious.
No.
You know, I don't care what you believe. It doesn't affect me, you know, but we're not the ones to understand why there's so many churches.
Right.
You know, especially down there, it was a little crazy, but it was a whole new world and we had to just adjust. We had a good time.
Yeah. Well, oh my God, we had a great time. We got to see truly like different areas that we probably never would have explored. But we went down to see your family and we had a great time and their area is really nice.
Beautiful.
But one of the places that we tend to continuously go back to and where we actually bought an investment property is Aruba.
Yeah. That's always been our place.
I mean, talk about a place that is so open and they're so welcoming. And it's incredibly safe.
it's one happy island.
It is one happy island. That's what it's called.
And everybody says not for Natalie Holloway. Wasn't safe for her.
Okay. Well, I mean,
She had an issue.
Look at any state in the United States on any day.
Look at
and tell me-
Waterbury.
and tell me that the one in Aruba compares to
Yeah, we live
the rest
close
of the
to
United
Waterbury, and
States.
it's what, one a day,
Yeah,
one a week, maybe at least.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, we love Aruba. I mean, that's always been our, well, not always, but of recent has been our
Yeah,
place.
it's been about 4 years that we've just, and now we're establishing like our group of friends down there, and you know our
They have a gay
routine.
club. They have
They've got-
an official gay club now.
Yep.
That's a big deal.
Yep.
When we have our bar down there, we'll have our own little gay
Nights.
But yeah, no, I mean, Aruba, it's just one of those areas that you could feel safe in. You know, but it's also Netherlands. Like, that's a different.
Yes, I mean, but even young women walking around late at night, there has not been an issue. Say for the 20 some odd years ago, but yeah, it is one of the safest places in all of the Caribbean.
I mean, 100%
I think it might
Caribbean.
be the safest.
Yeah.
Because they don't get down with any of the BS, especially that the U.S. is bringing in.
Yeah.
But you know what? The one major crime was not even anybody from the U.S. He was from the Netherlands.
Yeah. Violent people know.
But
Very angry that they're so beautiful.
yeah,
Blonde and tan.
yeah, exactly.
We could talk about, was it Carousel? Is that how you say that?
Carousel, yeah.
Remember we went there, so we go on this tour, and you know, obviously I'm a little bit heavier, and we went on this drinking tour, shocking. And the last bar I'll never forget. So we're sitting next to the bar, and they give us this ticket to go have a drink, and all of a sudden walks up these, like came originally one, insanely hot Norwegian man, ripped, whatever.
Dutch.
Is that what they're called?
Dutch.
Man ripped in a Speedo. And I'm looking, I'm like, all right, I instantly get like a little uncomfortable because now I'm like, all right,
Start sweating a little bit.
I'm the fat American and I'm probably staring a little too long. Like, I don't know what these people are about. And then 2 seconds later,
They just started
another one
multiplying.
shows. And I think at the point when it was like 6, I was so uncomfortable. I'm like, I have to get, because one was more beautiful than the other.
Yeah, that's why they just kept multiplying.
Yeah, and I said, I'm like, I'm so uncomfortable right now. I have to get up. Like, I have to actually leave because I'm embarrassed. I'm staring. I'm the heavy American. Like, obviously, we know Americans are bigger than the rest of the world. I think we could honestly say that without. I mean, we've been a lot of places. Americans are the biggest people.
Oh yeah, I think pretty much.
They like to eat. They're very unhealthy. I'd prefer to inject myself, not walk. You know, I'm losing weight though. But I went there and it was horribly uncomfortable for me. And we just walked around because I also hate the beach. I hate the sand. I don't like the ocean.
Good thing
I don't love the sun.
Good thing we got a place in Aruba then.
Yeah, it
that's
matches
all
everything
there
I
is.
Yeah, because I just think, but I'm fine. Just put me at a beach bar. I like to look at the water. I like to look at the people. I like to look at the sun. Well, not directly, but just put me somewhere and leave me alone. Give me a drink. I'm fine.
Yeah, surf, sand, sky.
It's pretty much Aruba. It's a bar everywhere. But I mean, I think that's one place that we've gone, and obviously we'll talk about, that's one part of our life that people that know us know is really important, is as we've made these changes with the business, with the, you know, lifestyle in general, one of our big things is to travel.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
we like to travel. We like to get a lot of different experiences. You know, we have a European Virgin Voyage coming up. We have, you know, family trips. We have local. We have far. We've kind of we've been lucky to go to a lot of places,
Yeah,
you know, which we can keep talking about on the different episodes of what the places are about, where a lot of these podcasts, it's people, you know, talking, interviewing. All right, how about real life experiences? I don't care about what Joe Schmo or Kardashian doesn't affect me.
Right.
But what affects me is saying, okay, as a gay couple, where have we been? What kind of experience we've had? What things have we really enjoyed? What things have we not enjoyed?
But we also, I mean, like what I touched on for young women in Aruba.
Yeah.
Like I have a lot of young cousins. Like, I mean, there's 15 of us. So that's one thing that I'm always cognizant of is, all right, is this safe for everybody?
Yeah.
Is this safe for people to, and would I say go out in Mexico late at night as a young woman? No, I wouldn't. Not in Cancun, not anywhere.
Would I say go there right now, period? No, I wouldn't.
No, probably not. But, a place like Aruba. Even when we were in Ireland, the places we went in Ireland, in London, I mean, obviously every country has their bad parts of their city. So I wouldn't say just,
No, but
throw
that's something
caution to the wind.
we could keep bringing up every time we, have these, or we talk about a new trip, or we talk. I mean, this year, geez, right now we already have 2, 3, 4 trips probably booked already.
Yeah.
So as we travel, we come back and keep talking about them. Like the Virgin Voyage will have to be a upcoming episode.
Yeah.
Going over to Europe and doing this trip, and we did a different level. We're going to meet a bunch of people. I'll guarantee it. We're going to go home with great stories.
But yeah, so thank you very much once again for tuning in with us. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at That Gay Show. You can follow me. I'm at Spotlight Christopher. Brian is at Brian and CT. But yeah.
Brian and CT78.
Oh, sorry, at Brian and CT78.
Yeah, it is an age thing.
Got to put the year of our Lord.
Yeah.
778.
Looking forward to more episodes.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in again, and we can't wait for the next episode of That Gay Show.